Alright, y'all. How's
Yeah.
everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Episode 5 of the Braincast, November 16th, 2021.
Okay.
Y'all know what it is? What? Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
I'm gonna let you ride.
That's crazy. It don't sound like you did. Either way, we back here on the Braincast. Smart asses and smart mouths, as always. I am the left side of the brain, say the creator. And
You took a second to breathe, and I thought you was done. My fault.
nah, you good. You good. I'm pretty sure they would have let her out.
Right.
You're like, go ahead.
You know? I am right. Your favorite beverage. And how y'all doing this week, bro? Like, well, Twin, how are you doing? But also, how are y'all doing?
I mean, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Ever since what we talked about like a couple episodes ago, I've been in this vibe, man. It's not a bad vibe. I wouldn't say it's a exemplary vibe, but it's not like in limbo. If we put in levels on it, right?
Right.
Like 1 to be like terrible, fuck the world, and a 5 being, oh my god, everything's going great. I'm at like a 4. I'm at a 4.
That's
3.7, 4.
Consider the fact of where you were, a 4 is exemplary. I cannot hold you. A 4 is top tier.
Yeah, 3.74. I'm cool, man.
You know?
I'm here. I'm cool, man. Like I said yesterday, I actually woke up. Today I slept in. But we don't get back on building the habit. Yesterday I woke up early, went on a morning walk and everything. So we get inside. You know, in a bag, man.
Okay.
All around. I know if not next month, back in January, I gotta rehaul all my skincare stuff for Z Face. Getting the more oily skin stuff because I know my face looking crazy oily with the stuff that we're using now than what we started off with.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to get the oily skin stuff.
Okay.
And then, like I said, slowly getting into our fitness. We here, man. We here. 2022 is looking like it's gonna be a cool year coming up. Hopefully everybody's preparing. I'll also stream this, which I actually got to sit down and start planning, bro. Start planning, hitting folks up to try and get shit together. For folks who don't know what I'm talking about, twitch.tv/Cedric the Gamer, all December, 25 days of streaming. We're streaming every single day over on Twitch. So if you down for that, it's not just gaming, man. Last year, it was me kind of doing gaming and trying to throw little things in there here and there because all I had was a PS4. This year is different.
Yeah.
This year is different, bro. I'm trying to throw all kinds of different content in there, man.
We do have one collab already set between the two of us, and that shit gonna be hilarious. I cannot hold you.
Yeah. Probably gonna be more. Who knows?
That shit gonna be funny as hell. Definitely will be more.
There'll be more throughout streamers for sure. So from what I seen last year, it seems like streamers is the most active and fun part of the year, at least on my channel. So if y'all really want to know what it's about for real, come through next month. Literally in like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks. Thanksgiving is literally next
week.
Next week, y'all. Thanksgiving is next Thursday, which means Black Friday is next Friday, and we got some things for you. We got some deals for y'all.
First and foremost, y'all be safe during Black Friday. I've been having enough, but first and foremost, let's retry that sentence. It wasn't going nowhere. I'm not tired of hearing these Walmart stories about 18 people getting trampled because y'all don't know how to get through doors. Literally, everybody slow down.
Just wait. It's okay.
To get a new TV to replace last year's TV, they ain't got no problems. So
to me, baby, if it ain't nothing wrong with your TV, don't go get one. I'm so sorry.
People out here stalking TVs for some reason. I don't know why.
It'd be different if you getting a monitor or something.
They're just trying to flex. I got a new TV every year. Like, no, that doesn't make.
Because what are you doing with the old ones?
Them bitches just getting thrown out. People like waste this shit. Because where else you gonna put it? Let's be honest. All y'all don't have extra rooms like that. It's not like you be putting on TVs in every single room. And even if you do that, I'm pretty sure all y'all don't got like 12 rooms. Ain't no way.
be smart, you know. Nigga like me, pawn shop, but you know.
No, niggas trying to stunt this thing. Everybody stunting, bro.
Not doing that.
Everybody want to hit the stunt button. When you realize that the niggas you trying to impress ain't shit for real, they just like you, maybe even worse, you'll stop worrying about that. Anywho, Black Friday deals. Black Friday deals. Woo!
Black Friday deals.
I'm a Cyber Monday type Nick, but Black Friday.
Just about to say that.
I'm a Cyber
now, if there's
Monday
an
type
online Black Friday deal I can do, I'm gonna do that. But
Facts.
I'm a Cyber Monday person. I'm not gonna hold you just because
before the website crash.
Before the website crash, but at the same time, these fingers move with lightning speed, no pause.
Facts.
So you feel me?
Yes, Black Friday deals. We got something for y'all. So we got Twin.
Let us get into it. You feel me?
Indeed.
From the lovely, lovely site of PCWorld. So you know they know. Okay.
Indeed.
Black Friday deals, gaming deals specifically. Okay. So, which retailers have early Black Friday sales? Most of the major retailers suspects are already offering deals on gamer gear, and the major PC manufacturers are offering some of the same discounts that they generally do. Some of these are just labeled as quote-unquote early Black Friday deals. Y'all know how that go. Some aren't, but there are discounts to be found either way. So you have Best Buy, okay? While America's last surviving big box electronics retailer doesn't have a dedicated pre-Black Friday hub, it's still offering deals on consoles and accessories, as well as gaming PCs, laptops, and accessories for those as well.
Which is what I'm seeing right here is for folks who haven't heard me talk about these A10 Astro headsets. These right here, if you're not trying to break your bank for headsets for my gamers out there, these right here are probably some of the most durable headsets I've ever seen for a decent price. Usually come at $60. Basing off of the Best Buy deals that Twin is talking about here, I'm looking at Best Buy and it's $10 off. You can get this joint for $50 right now.
And that's a fire ass headset, because I bought a set for my love, and then recently just bought a set for myself because I was tired of playing the game with my PlayStation headset, and motherfuckers told me they couldn't hear me. And there's nothing wrong with my headset, it's just a shitty mic. Right. So got these A10s and let me tell you something. It's more than worth it. I did not mind paying full price. But if you can get these for any money off, get them. If you don't have them already. And
for you to understand what I mean by durability, you can do the bend test with this. You can bend it in all kinds of directions, and it is perfectly fine.
And your mic mutes just by putting it away.
I'm telling you. So if you ain't going for no high end headsets, if you need all that or whatever the case is, but you need one with a decent, I don't even say decent, it has a good mic. One with a good mic, durability, good sound. That's the way to go, bro.
So next up we have Amazon. You already know. Amazon's pre-Black Friday hub is a grab bag of random discounts, but heavily peppered with electronics, just because Amazon okay. New eggs Black Friday deals begin on the 22nd, so that is Monday if you are listening to the podcast, November 22nd. Walmart is offering pre-Black Friday deal hubs for both electronics in general and video games. B&H Photos, B&H Generics Holiday Shopping Deals Hub has dedicated tabs for both computer equipment and quote TVs and entertainment, as well as handy price range of selections on tools. Dell offers at least some discounts on most of its categories, but they're that's a big body, big brain, so I would expect for anything like the next three I'm finna read, Dell, Lenovo, HP, Razer, you might want to look into someone else for deals on those, because that might be a stacked deal, because I know Best Buy likes to do Dell got a deal on some of their stuff, but also we finna give you a deal on top of this deal, so
But shout out to y'all who's trying to replace y'all PCs right here, right now. Boys, this is one of the worst times to really be trying to build a PC. Because
my boy.
Because the past 2 years, thanks to the pandemic and people just having the time now to really get their PCs together, boy, it's been a push. It's been a push. And
not nearly enough supplies to match the price.
So you ask me, bro. Even if you want to build, I'd start off with a pre-built and call it a day, and just get your peripherals and your monitors and all that.
Plenty of sites offering fire ass deals on a pre-built. I cannot hold you.
I'm telling you.
For streaming style specifically pre-built, I saw shit as low as like $1,600. And if you know, boy, $1,600 for a pre-built streaming PC? Come on now.
Indeed.
Lenovo's Black Friday deals aren't live yet until Black Friday, unfortunately, but you can preview that ahead of time on the Lenovo website. HP offers weekly deals on most of its stuff, but big discounts also will not be live until Black Friday. Razer is offering a nice selection on some high dollar items, as well as decent discounts on bundled accessories, which not a lot of people do. Early Black Friday deals as far as gaming goes, you have the HP Pavilion TG01 gaming desktop with RTX 3060 from HP. It was $1,210. It is now $1,160.
So
okay,
$50 off. I guess.
Correct. You know, Samsung 970 EVO. Samsung 970 EVO plus M2 SSD 1 terabyte.
Ryzen 5. Don't play me, bro.
It was 170. It is now 140. Okay. Listen, this is straight from Samsung. It's not a great time to look for most PC upgrades, but you can at least, get some hyper fast SSD storage with a nice discount. I guess it's $30 off.
You're right.
The Lenovo Legion 5 17.3 inch gaming laptop at Walmart. It was $910. It is now $750.
Now that's a discount.
That's a fucking discount. Okay?
That's a discount, man.
Entry-level gaming laptops are hard to find, especially with a big screen. Specifically with a big screen. This Lenovo model will handle most games on low setting without breaking the bank. But if you're streaming off a laptop, as far as gaming goes, you know what you should and shouldn't be streaming. This is a
look
laptop.
who you talking to.
It's a laptop at the end of the day. Remember that. Xbox Elite Series 2 wireless controller from Target. It was $180. It is now $140. Microsoft Ultra Premium.
The Elite controllers be on $100.
Yes, sir.
That's wild. I can't.
Microsoft Ultra Premium Ultra Custom Controller is the most decadent way, Target, to play action games on your PC. So they would prefer you play this on PC. Pair it with a Bluetooth or with a dedicated dongle. Okay.
Well, yeah, because what really, besides you trying to be like a crazy Apex sweat, what else would you use that controller on for real?
This is what I mean when I say Best Buy deals are the deals to be looking for. Okay. The Dell 24-inch curved gaming monitor was $250, is now $180.
Hey, bro, that's less than half a stack. Less than half a stack to two monitors, man.
While it isn't the biggest or most advanced gaming monitor out there, this competent 1080p model looks great and will let you see buttery smooth 165 Hz animations in PC gaming. I don't give a damn if it's not that big. I would still get it. Especially if you the type of person that have a multi-monitor setup, which in my opinion, if you're not trying to stress yourself out or strain your eyes, you should have one, or if it's your startup setup, let's say you got a laptop, this would be a good monitor for you to grab. Get into it.
They got FreeSync technology too.
Exactly. Ooh, a good one from Dell. You got the Dell G15 gaming laptop. It was $1,019. It is now $600. This Dell laptop packs in a slightly older Intel Core i5 processor with entry-level GTX 1650 graphics card for an unbeatable price. That's a good ass deal.
I mean, for $600 to just start getting into it, then I mean, I'm not mad at it. If you ain't got
And
nothing at all.
this used to be Iraq. Come on now.
So
Samsung 34-inch ultra-wide gaming monitor was $400. It is now $249. This is from Walmart, ready to go big. This massive Samsung monitor lacks some of the most advanced gaming features, but with 3440 by 1440 of resolution, it'll make even older games shine. 4 ms response time means even twitchy fighting games will run great. So that means you like to play MK Online, this your shit. Because if you don't know how shitty that game done been online, ooh-wee. But as of right now, that is all the deals we got. We're going to have a little bit more for y'all next week when we dive a little bit deep into it. Because, you know, some companies like to wait till the week of or the day of, as y'all see with Lenovo and HP and Dell, to release anything Black Friday related, just so people, you know, can have a fair chance to get into it, which is, you know, love that.
Which I know a lot of people probably waiting for some PS5 and Xbox Series discounts.
I wouldn't do that.
You want me to keep it a buck with y'all? It's not happening. It's not happening.
Definitely not.
The best that you getting is a restock. The best you getting is a restock.
And you better hope for that.
The best you getting is a restock. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You better hope for that.
So
you better hope for a restock. Cause let me tell you, yours truly, I just keep up with the Twitter pages, boy.
Hey, bro, Fat Kit Deals on Twitter. If y'all know about it, know about it. How you think I got my Nintendo Switch? I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Now, for those of you who do not know, the Game Awards is a thing. For those of you who do know and have not heard, they announced the nominees for Game of the Year. Now,
really, for all the categories, from what I'm saying.
A word.
Yeah.
As we all know, normally, whatever the Game of the Year contender is, if it's a big body, if it's something like that, it tends to sweep any category it's put into, unless you got a little, you know, little underdog in there that somehow manages to be like, hey, my turn. But this year, I'm not gonna hold you, I didn't know what the hell they was gonna put up there.
This year, everybody has their own run for their money. Because not a lot of big games got released this year. A lot of the big games got pushed to 2022. So, if anything, next year's Game Awards is going to be crazy.
I would rather wait for something big that I've been anticipating than have it be released early and it's trash.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Look at Cyberpunk.
Literally. I don't know how y'all can patch that shit all you want. It will never be redeemable to me. So, from our lovely homies over at IGN, the Game Awards 2021 nominations are announced. The homie, Mr. Jeff Keighley, everyone's favorite Canadian, has announced the nominees for the Game Awards 2021, with Deathloop leading the pack with 9 nominations. Deathloop featured in various categories this year, including Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Music and Score, Best Audio Design, Best Action Game, and Game of the Year. Deathloop has also received 2 nominations in the Best Performance category, with Jason E. Kelly and Ozuyama Akaga both being recognized. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and It Takes Two also scored big this year, having received 6 and 5 nominations apiece across several categories, including the highly prestigious Game of the Year category as well, where they appeared to be contenders alongside Deathloop, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, and Resident Evil Village. If Village wins, I'm never watching the Game Awards again. Because we all know anticipation for said game alone is the only reason it's in the category.
For folks who've been following me for a while, y'all know what I say every year. this is Hollywood games. This is all industry. So the games that deserve to win, they don't. The past 3 years have shown that.
Absolutely.
Red Dead 2, Last of Us Part 2, which a lot of people in the community have fight me on, which I don't care. Argue with your mammy. I played the game on stream. Folks were there. You've seen it. Beginning to end.
Even have to play it. All you had to do was watch and compare it to literally anything else in that category, and you know Ghost should have won.
Ghost of Tsushima got buried disrespectfully that year. Easily. And I played both. And played them beginning to end. Both on stream. Nah. No way. Same thing with Red Dead 2. The only reason these games won is because of their predecessors. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, if we are to go in that same vein, if they're going that way this year, that means Metroid Dread might win. But however, when it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to these type of things, Nintendo as a company gets buried themselves. So I don't really know 100% where this is going, but from everything I've been hearing about Deathloop this year, even to some of the tougher reviewers that I know and I watch, Deathloop been getting a lot of good reviews. So Deathloop might pull a lot this year.
Definitely. But let's get into these categories, shall we?
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, for the big body award that everybody waits the entire night for, Game of the Year recognizes a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. We have Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. Those are your contenders for Game of the Year.
Which I'm going to tell you right now, if a lot of the big games we've been waiting for that got pushed back to next year, I think everything from besides Deathloop would not be in this category. Deathloop would probably be the underdog.
I feel like Ratchet & Clank was maybe.
Because we're talking Gotham Knights got pushed to 2022. We're talking
it definitely did.
What else got pushed? There's the Suicide Squad game next year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these big budget games got pushed to next year. So this is why I'm like, Ratchet and Clank maybe would have been an underdog. And if anything, Ratchet and Clank probably would have pushed Deathloop out of the category. Maybe. Right. So, hey, we'll see. This looks pretty fair, honestly. I think being that a lot of the big games got pushed.
Watching this one simply because I feel like everybody got a fair chance this year in majority of the categories at the end.
Oh, for sure.
Because just because you nominated don't mean you gonna win. And that don't mean, you won't. But just because you in all these categories don't necessarily mean you're going to win majority or all of them.
Not at all. But the nomination means just as much.
We got Best Game Direction. No, literally, this being honored for Game of the Year at the Game Awards specifically, and not being a big body game is an honor in itself. So, but next up we have Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in the game direction and design. We have Deathloop once again, along with It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
Niggas played Returnal? I haven't heard about that game in a very long time.
Right. Wasn't that like a game of the month?
A game of the month for what? No, I think it was a different game.
Really?
You might be talking about Recore. I usually get Returnal and Recore confused too, so. Nah, I haven't heard of Returnal in a very long time. But it seems like people must have enjoyed it that much for the fact that it got nominated for Best Game Direction.
Whoa, Best Narrative looking kind of, I don't know. So for Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, we have Deathloop once again, It Takes Two. I personally feel like It Takes Two or Life is Strange True Colors, which is what follows it, will be the top two for this particular category. But that's just me. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is here. Listen, that's how I feel about this game.
That's crazy.
Guardians of the Galaxy is here for whatever reason, and Psychonauts 2.
Man, a lot of people enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy from what I'm saying. It's gotten just as much praise as Deathloop has.
kind of crazy because that game is fucking trash. But you know,
Yikers.
who am I?
That's unfortunate.
Next up, we have Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Because for those of you who know, you know, seeing the game is almost more important than the fucking gameplay itself.
That's true.
Look at how Death Stranding hoed everyone.
Lord.
So for Best Art Direction, we have Deathloop, Kenna Bridge of the Spirits, which I would love to see somebody play, please. Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and The Artful Escape. I heard about The Artful Escape at the Game Awards last year, and I was very excited to see it, and from what I've seen, it very much deserves to be in this category.
I think Ratchet and Clank might pull this one. Just based on the whole, you know, pulling through the warts and all kinds of stuff like that. It looks gorgeous, as well as sheesh, you actually got that to work. So we'll see. Yeah. For folks who don't know, we usually watch the Game Awards together as a community. I'll probably be streaming it this year because I actually can instead of just watching it in Discord. So I took me to start studying the gamer. It's gonna be a time.
You are going to be joining the heavy hitters that stream the Gaming Awards.
Man, listen.
If y'all trying to get into it, follow.
There it is. Twitch.tv/Study the Gamer. Anyway, next category.
Become a controller. Next category is Best Score and Music for outstanding music, inclusive score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. Kind of disappointed that I don't have Life is Strange in here, but I have Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Along with Deathloop, Near Replicant, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and The Artful Escape. Next up for Best Audio Design, for recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design, we have Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal.
Interesting.
Right. You see how I'm just analyzing at this point. For Best Performance, awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, or performance capture, we have Erica Mori from Life is Strange. Ooh, I am finna butcher this, and I am so sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because I read it again. Juan Carlos Esposito from Far Cry 6. Jason E. Kelly from Deathloop, Maggie Robertson from Resident Evil Village, and Oizama Akaga from Deathloop. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a social meaning or message, we have Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon. That sounds kind of crazy. Chicory, The Colorful Tale. I've seen this around. I've seen Chicory around and I've heard good things about it. Life is Strange, True Colors, and No Longer Home. For Best Ongoing Game, awarded to a game for outstanding development of an ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time, we have Apex Legends.
Yes,
y'all know how I feel about that game. This is a Bloodhound Stand account. Call of Duty Warzone, Final Fantasy VII Online, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
I hate this category now. I've hated this category the past 3-4 years because there's no fun in putting any contenders if you keep giving it to Fortnite.
Absolutely.
What's the fucking point?
I can't remember how many times Apex has been in this category, but I feel like
every single time.
Really disrespected that it's never won, because that's not just because I don't like Fortnite. I just feel like you're cramming too much into one game.
I've been talking about it for years now, but it is what it is. And the fact that Genshin Impact is on this list is hilarious to me.
Really, because for those of you who don't know, I fucking hate that game. But
well, it's not even. Well, see, then to each their own. But
that's what I'm saying. For those of you who don't know, I hate it.
For being in a community and what has happened in that this year, the fact that y'all actually got this in this category is hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Cause ain't no way. The last thing that they've done in this game is listen to the community. So,
and lastly, is this lastly? I feel like it's not. It is not.
No,
lastly.
we got more.
It was just this fucking shit in between. All right, for best indie game, I love me a good indie game, boy.
Indeed,
love me a good indie game. For outstanding creative and technical achievements in a game made outside of a traditional publisher system, we have 12 minutes.
12 minutes is winning that. 12 minutes is
Death Door, Kenna Bridge of the Spirits. That might be the second contender. It's between 12 minutes and Kenna. Inscription and Loop Hero. For those of you who have never seen 12 minutes, the gameplay, the game itself, I advise you to watch it, if not play it, because that's an experience. For best debut indie game, for the best debut game created by a new independent studio, we have Kenna Bridge of the Spirits once again, Sable, The Artful Escape, The Forgotten City, and Valheim. Best mobile game, y'all know what that is. We have Fantasian, Genshin Impact, League of Legends, Marvel Future Revolution, and Pokemon Unite.
Unfortunately, Genshin is winning that one.
Really unfortunate.
No, I'm wrong. I'm hoping Genshin.
Community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates and patches. We have Apex Legend Escape. It needs to win. Destiny 2 Beyond the Light, Final Fantasy 7 Online, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
Ain't no way they play Destiny 2 in here. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The whole Destiny 2 community has been saying y'all done fucked up for a while now, vaulting half the game. But hey, it is what it is. They say they got the best community support. Indeed, bro. Next topic, next category.
VR/AR game.
I just grinded my gears.
The best game experience playable in a virtual or augmented reality introspective of platform. We have Hitman 3. I Expect You to Die 2, Lone Echo 2, Resident Evil 4, and Sniper Elite VR.
I don't know what that game is, but that's a wild title. I Expect You to Die. That's hilarious. Oh man.
All right. Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. We have Far Cry 6, Forza Horizons 5, Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and The Veil, Shadow of the Crown.
Interesting.
For best action game, for the best game in the action category, focused primarily on combat, we have Back 4 Blood. That was a heavy hitter earlier. Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal.
I feel like Far Cry 6 needs to leave with at least one award. That game
Absolutely.
is good.
And if we're being perfectly honest, I would prefer it to be best action game. Or best performance.
I was about to say, my man Giancarlo, boy,
was doing his thing. He was doing his. He bodies everything he goes into, and he did not disappoint you.
I was about to say, the consistency of excellent performance he has under his belt ever since Breaking Bad is crazy.
No, literally.
It's crazy.
Best action and adventure game. We have Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Ratchet & Clank, Resident Evil Village, and Psychonauts 2.
This is what I'm talking about when I said Nintendo's getting buried. I'm surprised Metroid has only been in, 2 categories this whole time? Crazy shit.
For best RPG, we have Cyberpunk 2077, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Tales of Arise.
Shin Megami Tensei 5, interesting.
You know?
Let's see what happens.
For best fighting game, we have Demon Slayer, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood, Type Lamuna, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
I'm surprised that made it. Okay.
And
All right.
Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. I would love for Nickelodeon to win. I really would.
That's interesting.
Love it. For best family game, for the best game appropriate for family play, introspective of genre or platform, we have It Takes Two. Okay, surprisingly. Mario Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, and WarioWare Get It Together. I feel like...
Wait, what? Hold on. I gotta double check something.
I feel like It Takes Two, if you've heard, played, seen the gameplay, know the story behind it, I feel like it fits perfectly into the category that it is in.
Oh, indeed.
Simply because it takes a very sensitive topic that for some reason people are still not comfortable discussing around their children, even though it impacts their children very much. And it makes it easier for them to grasp without making it too adult-like, but still handles the adult-like issues.
All right, for sure. Then Super Mario Party made it in one of these categories. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
For best sports and racing, we have F1 2021, FIFA 22, Hot Wheels Unleashed. What? Riders Republic.
Hey, yo, bravo to the Game Awards for not playing 2K or Madden in here. I'm proud of y'all. Because I'm about sick and tired of y'all doing that. It is not. NBA 2K is not the best basketball game. Stop. I hate you. I hate when y'all do that. Every year when the 2K come out, y'all gonna go put out all these commercials. It's the best sports game to date. I'm gonna say something crazy. No. The 2K community that's giving y'all press in the first place tells y'all that the game keeps getting worse. So what? What is up with y'all? Stop it.
Toxic relationship.
Get some help.
He has with his players is crazy.
Get some help, man.
So for the best sim and strategy game, we have Ages of Empire 4, Evil Genius 2 World Domination, Humankind, Inscription, and Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, Flight Simulator might win. That
right?
community is still going strong on low.
It's ever expanding.
That's what?
Ooh, for best multiplayer, we have Back for Blood, It Takes Two, a personal favorite over here on the podcast, Knockout City, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim.
I'd be happy if Knockout City wins that. I think Knockout City needs some respect for what they did this summer, bro.
Because it really pulled
Mac Miller energy, bro. He took over the summer.
It really did.
Once again, rest in peace to Mac.
Rest in peace. It really pulled a vast majority of the Twitch platform out of the gutter to give them some summer gameplay, for real.
I'm telling you, man.
Especially when it came to co-op, playing with the homies, meeting new people. You know, it's Knockout City is I'll play it eventually, but
okay.
It's a game. It's a game that need to be played. Content Creator of the Year for a streamer or content creator who has made an important positive impact in the community in 2021.
I ain't on the list though.
I don't know nothing. Damn.
I ain't on the list though, so it don't matter.
Skip this one. Anyway,
who are these people?
I don't know any of these people. Dream, Fusli. I'm going to pronounce all these names wrong. Gal,
Fusli, Gauls.
Respectfully.
Abai. This is all respectfully, people. All respectfully. Oh, and the Gref G. I've seen this guy. This guy got his own skin on Fortnite. That's all I know about him.
Okay, good for okay.
And he broke the what was it? He broke the most concurrent viewers in a Twitch stream record. If it wasn't this year, it was last year.
Okay.
Man had like 250,000 niggas in there in the stream, bro.
You see how my shit went down a little bit? Okay.
Oh,
Best
bro.
esports athletes: Chris Simplair,
Ain't no way your name Simp.
Maker 2.
Ain't no way your professional name is Simp, my guy.
Listen.
Yeah. Wow.
Magomed Collapse Kuliv. Simple, because I'm not finna mess up that man's name. And Tyson Pens Niego. Best esports. You can, you know, do you think, my boy?
I'm just throwing it out. Might as well.
Best esports coach. We have Silence, ENGH, Blade, Crowder, and Coma with 2 Ks.
Yes, sir. Coma, dude.
Oh, I hate that. Best esports. The International 2021 League of Legends World Championship, the Valorant Champions Tour Stage 2 Masters, TGL Major Stockholm 2021, and PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2020.
I haven't really been paying attention to the events, but from what I've been hearing, bro, competitive Valorant is out here making waves, man.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So, hey, all power to that community, man. For sure.
Very much. Because Valorant community been... Nigga play Valorant? They've been doing y'all so dirty. They've been doing y'all scandalous as hell for no reason. Valorant is one of the least toxic communities I've ever had a chance to look into, so I understand why people be coming at them like that.
That's because there's other games that it's established in that kind of realm, so people don't want to give respect to it, I guess, after it had its little first initial boost. Because I'm like, if you play Overwatch, you can kind of hop into Valorant, no problem, but Overwatch is still going after everything Overwatch been through, but I mean, I guess.
Best esports game. Of course, we have Call of Duty. We have CSGO, DOTA 2, League of Legends, and Valorant.
Valorant made it in here. Everyone else I expect to be here, but okay.
Best esports team. We have the Atlanta FaZe for Call of Duty.
FaZe still compete.
Right. They're doing pretty good from what I've heard.
I had no idea, but okay, yeah.
We have BWG Kia for League of Legends, Navi for CSGO, Team Spirit for DOTA 2, and the Sentinels for Valorant. Most anticipated game. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon the Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, yet, and Starfield.
Boy, this category is kind of stuffed. I don't know about Elden Ring and Starfield, but
the
God of War
nominees
Ragnarok
in the category are now available for public voting. That's right now. And the winners will be awarded as part of the Game Awards 2021, which is returning to the stage with a live in-person event at the Microsoft Theater on December 9th, 2021, following last year's fully virtual presentation where The Last of Us 2 received the most wins in show history.
You hear this bullshit?
The award ceremony will be packaged together with plenty of game-related announcements and premieres. That's why I'll be going for the premieres.
Oh, indeed.
With Keeley previously anticipating that 40 to 50 games will feature in the show this year and, quote, some way or another, including games that are expected to release in 2022 and 23, as well as trailers for upcoming movies and TV shows inspired by games. Sound like we finna get some Last of Us content. So stay tuned to ING or to the Braincast for coverage of all the awards.
Yeah, I know we're doing a whole Game Awards review here. It's probably going to be the episode. It's going to be a Game Awards review. There's going to be a lot to unpack, especially if it's 40 to 50 games, quote unquote. That's going to be
not to
announced.
Some movie shit, you know.
So stay tuned. As well
as because we getting into that, you know, since I decided to slide in, maybe we gonna get some Last of Us stuff. We got a little bit of news about the Last of Us show, courtesy of HBO.
Love it. Nothing to it but to do it.
No. So The Last of Us co-creator Neil Druckmann raps on the HBO series. Now, at the moment, no release date has been announced for the adaptation, but production is steadily progressing. Game director Neil Druckmann has announced that, quote, his time in Canada, where they are filming the show, has come to an end. Working as a co-writer, executive producer, and director on the upcoming HBO adaptation of his popular PlayStation series, The Last of Us. Druckmann shared the news via social media with a photo of a clapperboard revealing that he had also directed an unspecified episode. In August, Kentamir Baklov made a similar announcement signaling that his work on the first episode was finished. Note that the first episode is not a pilot because HBO gave The Last of Us a straight-to-series order. The series will star Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey in the leading roles, with Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann writing the project together. Druckmann said that the series will deviate significantly from the games.
So
just
keep
to let
that in
y'all
mind.
know.
Keep that in mind, you Last of Us whores, bro, out here. Not even Last of Us whore. Gaming people.
Just to let y'all
you
know.
need to understand that this is a whole nother medium.
Not
so you're
not
gonna get the same experience.
Jesus.
Okay? Keep that in mind.
So in October, lots of images and a few videos have been posted to the social media of the set. You know, as for the game series, Naughty Dog might take The Last of Us 3 or potentially a new IP as its next game. On the more immediate horizon, Naughty Dog is developing a standalone Last of Us multiplayer. In other news, a recent report said Naughty Dog is also working on a Last of Us remake for PS5. There is no word yet when the Last of Us TV show will debut, once again, HBO exclusive. But it's one of many TV shows and films based on Sony properties. In fact, Sony has had at least 10 of these, has currently at least 10 of these projects in the works, one of which
is a Twisted Metal show with Anthony Mackie. Boy.
You know?
Boy, indeed. I mean, I think it's going to be a good show. I mean, these are people to take with a grain of salt. This is not a TV show adaptation of the game's events. It's just based in the world with the characters. Let you know that it's deviating from the story. Let's keep that in mind. If I see a one tweet with this ain't happening in the game, it's not about the game. Okay? Code.
When they just told y'all verbatim, it's not going to be about the game.
So
read.
Relax. The actual creator of the game is involved with this project, so that makes it even better. The person who created it is giving us an okay.
Original lore. You got original lore coming. So, what more could you ask for? Play the game again, if that's what you want.
Like I said before, I think they have Ellie in here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's away from the theory that I thought it was, because I did talk about it on the old podcast about how I thought it'd be great if I'm not even a solo project. There's that gap in the original Last of Us from where Joel lost his daughter all the way up until where we continue playing. We go meet Ellie. So I'm like, if anything, that 20-year gap would be a great place for you to get your creative on to tell the story that connects those two events. To be honest,
and that's not saying we won't get that, but
I mean, at this point, it's going to be in the form of flashbacks and shit. In that case, if it's the case, but then again, it doesn't sound like this is canon, so it really don't matter. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll definitely check it out. I think it's coming out on HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
HBO Max, HBO channel, if you got it.
Yeah, so I'll for sure be watching.
For another tech giant deciding they want to be a gaming company. Netflix gaming could be the push it needs to be its secret sauce for continued domination. Who is thinking of these titles?
Well, here's the thing, right? So, y'all have heard me tear up Amazon before already. And Apple.
Apple was getting it. Apple was getting it. Oh my God.
The only reason I won't completely knock this is because in Netflix's history of doing the work that they do, not only have they done it well, they have become known for it. Now, Netflix, for folks who don't know, started off as a Redbox-like service. Whenever movies come out, you can rent it from them, whatever the case is. They went on to go and make their own series, which till this day, some of their series are some of the best television and cartoons, etc., that a lot of us in the current generations have seen. You know what I'm saying? So being that, I'm interested to see what happens. However, this trend needs to stop. I need y'all to stop.
That being said, Netflix is finally mixing games into its gargantuan library of content. It's a huge power play and has marked a different approach from rival services that are primarily focused on snapping up on IP. It's a new way for Netflix to keep subscribers hooked on its service, and gaming could be its winning play for continued streaming dominance. Now, Netflix has been experimenting with gaming for a hot minute, but the global rollout of games within the Netflix app itself, announced last week, marks a significant shift in the streamer's strategy for getting those games to its users. Games began rolling out on Android services last week, but the company says that iOS's launch is on the way. Quote.
Okay.
Netflix games.
Not to cut you off, but wait. So we talking mobile games? You said through the app. So that shit just threw me. So so we launching games through the Netflix app.
That's what it sounds like, because from what I've seen, the app ain't really getting that much pull, just because people are putting it on their systems or on their smart TVs or something like that, because it's so much more accessible. Folks ain't really watching Netflix on their phone unless it's like at an airport.
Right. Or even in that case, people have laptops, so.
Right. Netflix's games will now be accessible to users, much like movies, TV shows, and originals are, and they'll be able to launch right from the app once downloaded through the app or Play stores. Netflix executives have repeatedly said that they think of their product as competing with everything from sleep to social medias to games themselves. Essentially,
that's a very crazy bold statement. All right,
listen, we Netflix. Essentially,
that's sounding kind of Fortnite-ish right now.
Besides watching Netflix, Netflix is now competing with more streaming and content servicing services than any other time in history. Not only the HBO Maxes and the YouTubes and the Hulus of the streaming space, but other apps like Instagram and TikTok. By introducing more points of entry to its content, in this case, games that build upon and expand the worlds of its existing titles. Okay. It could be safeguarding against decreased use among users who might otherwise turn to these other services or apps for entertainment.
Interesting.
Now, Richard Broughton, a research director from Ampere Analysis, says that the firm's recent analysis on Netflix usage underscores this goal. Every 6 months, Ampere polls roughly 50,000 consumers in various markets worldwide to understand how they're using various apps and services. In its last couple of waves of research, Ampere has noticed not only stagnation, but slight erosion of subscribers in the ages of 18 to 24 bracket, for Netflix, which, if you don't know, that's a pretty large demographic for streaming services.
Indeed.
In other words, people who might have previously picked up Netflix among that age bracket are leaving and getting more interested in other services that are coming on board, like we just said, whether that's the new studio back services in the US or perhaps social media services like TikTok. People who might have previously picked up Netflix among that age bracket are leaving and getting interested in other services. What Netflix is essentially doing with games then is creating additional value and entertainment that could help it compete with rival services that might otherwise eat into subscribers' media consumption time, particularly where it concerns the younger consumers.
So long story short, Netflix about jealous about everybody else taking some part of your life, and they want all of your life for the most part.
Netflix is like a toxic clingy significant other. It's a difference between clingy and toxic clingy.
Netflix said, saw you at the door and said, "Hey, babe, where you going?" "I'm about to go chill with the boys." I could be the boys.
I'm not even. I'm finna go to the store.
Without me?
Yes.
I mean, you got a cast on. You really want to?
You're not dressed yet.
Don't even worry about it. I can hop.
What?
It's just the store. I don't know why.
I'ma literally be right back. I'm not gonna be going a whole 30 minutes.
No, it's cool. No.
I'll miss you till you get back. Okay. I'm just saying. Netflix has long stated that gaming is one of its biggest competitors of all time. So I guess
of all time, like y'all niggas been here since the 70s.
Right? It's part of the adage that if you can't beat them, join them. Okay. Netflix has said that it wants to develop games for quote games. Any level of play and every kind of player, whether you're a beginner or a lifelong gamer. Because the company has also said its games will be offered through the service as exclusives with no ads, no additional fees, and no in-app purchases. As a result of the sheer size of its subscriber base, Netflix is positioned to become a formidable presence in the subscription gaming space. From one perspective, you could argue that Netflix is attempting to steal a bit of the market with some of the new emerging subscription gaming platforms. Its offering still looks very different because it's so mobile centric as opposed to a lot of these platforms which are focusing on AAA games.
Exactly. Still mobile games.
It's a foothold in the market and helps the company to experiment, but I suspect we'll begin to see a bigger and better game as time goes on. So
I don't know, with time, sure, but like it's mobile games.
But once again, if you can't beat them, join them. However, with a modest offering at launch, Netflix's global launch on Android just had 5 games available. We're quite a ways out from Netflix being a gaming competitor in its earnest.
Indeed.
Argus research analysis Joseph Bronner tells The Verge that while games certainly made Netflix more sticky, quote, it'll likely be some time before we understand how games are actually impacting the services in any meaningful way. While Bonner thinks it's a smart business strategy, in the grand scheme of Netflix's business president, he says it's, quote, this is a very small part of the pie. Netflix Netflix may be starting small on games, but the company has said it wants to, quote, to begin to build a library of games that offers something to everyone. And Netflix has made it clear that it values games above merely swiping up whatever IP scraps that are being picked over by other services. So clearly, they want to do this for real. They got big ideas.
I mean, but you gotta build yourself a gaming office, bro. You get actual developers in there, not necessarily just people in house thinking of stuff. And you hit up some folks who can code mobile games and throw it on there.
Who's to say we won't be doing some big name partnerships?
that or actually acquiring some offices.
Because let's
studios.
remember, Netflix doing an Apex show.
Correct.
I'm just saying. As Broughton notes, Netflix may even experiment with more advanced gaming down the line. Still, Broughton believes Netflix's gaming launch within the app itself is absolutely essential to ensuring widespread adoption. It lowers the barrier to entry and makes it easier for Netflix to woo potential gamers who might have otherwise missed its game entirely. And if Netflix is hoping to make itself even more addictive than it already is, games just might be the way to do it.
I give him a decade. We'll see what happens in the next decade. We'll revisit this. But we'll be paying attention. Because obviously in the next 2-3 years, nothing is really going to be happening like that. And if it does, well, goddamn, Netflix, who you got in your pocket? But
okay, that's what I'm saying. Who you know that we don't know that you know.
But no, I give it about a decade or so. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure this will slip all of our minds, mine included. But we'll see. We'll see what happens for sure.
And that is our gaming news. We got some food news for y'all. Because as we've been saying the past couple weeks, we've been seeing the trend, or y'all have been seeing the trend of fast food workers ain't with the BS no more.
As they should.
You're not gonna be talking to me crazy. Like I'm not servicing you. You need me.
Indeed.
So the Seattle Times has decided to take a look inside what we are calling the fast food worker season of rebellion. I feel like rebellion has a very negative undertone to it.
Very much so.
But I wouldn't call it a rebellion. I would call it a revolution. Just because it's bot time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I personally, being in the service industry, since I was able to work, have never worked fast food, just because I don't have the patience.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think it was because it was beneath me, so I'm not finna lie to y'all, but then I realized it's not. It's a waste of my talent because I do this professionally, but that's about it. Other than that, I don't got the patience. So that's really it.
Hey, man.
So, from the Washington Post, Dustin Snyder was tired of low wages, the 60-hour work weeks, and the impossible to please customers. So in early September, the assistant manager at McDonald's here drafted a petition that laid bare months of building anger and frustration. We are all leaving, the petition threatened. Hope you find employees that want to work for $9.25 an hour. Nearly all of his 24 employees signed it, and the few added their own flourishes. We need a raise, one scribbled next to her signature. Piss off, wrote another. Now, mind you, okay? 60-hour work week, $9.25 an hour.
Go do the math.
Okay. Mind y'all, right? Dustin is 21.
21. 60 hours at $9.25. That's $555 for the week.
And I know you're getting paid bi-weekly.
And you're getting paid bi-weekly, so let's just times that by 2. So you're getting $1,110 per check.
That's before taxes.
Before taxes. So most likely you're probably hovering around a little under a stack.
If that.
A check. So that means if you're living in any prominent area of America, that's your rent. That's it.
Now
Anything else?
Dustin, 21, could feel his heart pounding in his chest as he fed the petition into the fax machine into the McDonald's office, punched a number into his boss 80 miles away in Buffalo, and hit send. Another low-wage worker rebellion in a season full of them. We gonna use revolution because that's what it is. A once-in-a-lifetime pandemic is debilitating recession, and trillions in government aid had caused something to shift in the world's largest economy. Hourly wages of fast food workers rose nearly 14% last year. Fastest growth on record. All over America, people were quitting jobs at record rates, even in such a place as Bradford, with its shrinking population and 30% poverty rate. God damn! Low-wage service workers sensed that they finally had a little power, and that's all you need. Soon after Dustin sent the petition, the phone was ringing, and the regional supervisor in Buffalo was demanding to know who was behind it. Dustin's first instinct was to panic and plead ignorance. An hour later, he called and confessed, "I was just trying to get better pay for my people." And you know what? Good for Dustin. There are better ways to go about this, the regional supervisor replied.
Bullshit.
She had been thinking about boosting pay at Bradford's McDonald's, she said, but she was not going to give into threats and give up control. Because of the position, no one was getting a raise, and if the workers did not like it, they could quit. I mean, we were going to anyway, so...
Yeah, maybe he didn't read.
What's the empty threat, baby? Days earlier, Dustin had accepted a job at a lumber mill that paid $11.50 an hour, 60 cents more than he made as an assistant general manager. What? But he did not really want to quit McDonald's. He liked his coworkers, who had become some of his closest friends, because you see them more than you see the people you live with.
Because you work in 60-hour weeks.
He liked being a leader. He just wanted some affirmation and a little more money, both for himself and his team. Dustin asked his employees to gather around him in the kitchen. Egg McMuffins sat half made on the counter, and the clock on the cash register that tracked the restaurant's drive-through times transmitted the data back to corporate ticked away seconds since their last completed order. Why would any of you want to work for a company that doesn't value you?
At all.
He turned to one of the restaurant's longest serving employees. "You've been here for 5 years. 5 years. And what have you got? Nothing." The workers, clad in uniforms, that's another thing, but I gotta wear that ugly ass uniform. Clad in their uniforms of ball caps and non-slip shoes, stared at him, unsure what their next move was supposed to be. Dustin explained that he was leaving and locking up the restaurant. If they followed, he promised he would help them find better jobs. I mean, if you can stay if you want to, you can stay. And if they ask you why you clocked out, you can tell them it was me. But
7.
How many of you want to go with me? He asked. Initially, obviously, there was silence. Then 7 out of 9 raised their hands. 2 who had decided not to join took seats at a table in the empty restaurant. The rest tossed aside their headsets, abandoned their post at the drive-thru and registers, and instead of racing to serve customers, they began making food for themselves. A quarter pounder, a large fry, iced caramel coffee with whipped cream, and extra pumps of caramel. Yo. Yes, sir. Dustin's anxiety, which had been building since he sent the fax, began to ebb. His co-workers were ebullient. "It's a walkout," one yelled as they headed out into an economy where low-wage workers, long accustomed to feeling scorned, ignored, and invisible, were realizing they suddenly had some agency. And that's what it takes.
Yeah, that's a black person thing to do. It's a walkout. I'm out.
Walkout. You know what I mean?
Tell me.
In the restaurant's windowless back office, Dustin was calling Stephanie Kelly, the Bradford McDonald's general manager, to tell her what was happening. "What if no one goes with you?" she asked. "Everyone already said they were." He replied. Stephanie, 36, had recently accepted a job at a bank in town and, like Dustin, was finishing out her final 2 weeks. She'd spent nearly a decade at Bradford McDonald's and was working her way up from the bottom of the restaurant to the top job.
All right,
to join the protest, throw away.
Funny. Yeah. What if no one goes with you? You was already on your way out. So what are you talking about? Why are you? What are you talking about right now?
Why are you scared?
You just finished your 2 weeks. You leaving too. Where's the support? I'm trying to do what you're doing. And you said, so like.
I didn't know until I left. To join the protest was to throw away a reputation for hard work she had fought hard to build. To stay home was to abandon her employees. It's a double-edged sword, but you know, it won't look good to get fired from McDonald's, she told Justin on the phone. I've already made up my mind. The discontenting drive from the Bradford.
Who said I was getting fired? I'm quitting.
I just quit.
I quit.
So many others had been there for years, an ever-present aspect of an economy that could be especially cruel to anyone without an education. Assuming that you don't. That's not always the case.
That's a fact.
The pandemic, the fights within customers over masks, and the fears of falling sick added to the strain.
Indeed.
But it was the labor shortages, which extended to just about every part of the country, that caused workers' long suppressed anger to burst into the open. Unlike the strikes of an earlier era, most of the walkouts included no picket lines. Rarely did workers even make demands. "We all quit for sorry inconvenience," read the message last June on a Burger King marquee in Lincoln, Nebraska.
We all quit. Sorry for the inconvenience. We out of here.
Where, according to the workers, the air conditioning had been broken for weeks and the temperatures in the kitchen soared past 90 degrees.
That is
now,
wild.
mind you in a 90-degree kitchen, and that's assuming with everything turned off, okay? Now, kitchens are hot without everything being on, just because it's a congested area. It's hella people back there. Turn on the fryer and the flat top, and you got 8 people back there. Everybody talking, everybody moving around. Somebody finna pass out.
Indeed. That's a fact. You get it together. And this is what I was talking about last time we had the conversation about all of this. I'm like, y'all really keep playing people, and y'all really forget just how world changing this pandemic has been. A lot of people have had time to figure their shit out, and that does not change because you're a fast food worker. Figure it out. You don't show no value to your workers, especially in a time straining thing like a pandemic. You think people gonna sit here and take it, especially at the risk of getting a life altering disease?
And that brings me to the next quote that some Del Taco workers in Circleville, Ohio said: "We will not work for a company that does not care."
Tell you.
The staff at this location has walked out because they were being poorly treated, overworked, and underpaid, read a message from employees at a Bigsby Coffee in Toledo. Often the dashed off notes became hits on social media, passed along by equally fed up workers. Sometimes they would show up in a short segment on the television news before fading away, because this is actually happening in real time.
Yeah.
Definitive numbers on small-scale walkouts do not exist. The Bureau of Labor Statistics only tracks major stoppages that involve more than 1,000 workers. But Mike Elk, a labor reporter and founder of the PaydayReport.com, has compiled a database of 1,600 walkouts since March.
That is a lot.
Of 2020. That has included as many as 100,000 workers.
This is a thing, man.
Stephanie was now deciding whether or not she wanted to be one of them. Like her staff, she came to feel degraded and belittled by her bosses and some of the customers. The franchise owner had set the Bradford McDonald's starting wage at $9.25. That's not corporate. That's a franchise owner.
Mm-hmm.
While new workers at his McDonald's, less than 20 miles away, had a minimum wage of higher and were earning $15 an hour.
That is crazy.
The low pay had made it almost impossible for Stephanie and Dustin and to retain workers and keep the restaurant running. Indeed. Stephanie's call with Dustin lasted only a minute, but she decided she could not let Dustin and their day crew shift, quote, do it alone. She hung up, texted the night staff, "I want you all to know that everyone on the day staff just walked out and quit." She said she was joining effective 10:51 a.m. "I no longer work at McDonald's." and encourage the rest of the staff to do so. I believe that you are all worth more than anything they're giving you. I'm proud of you all, every single one of you, whether you quit or not. I'm proud of you.
Man, that's the message.
Then she drove to McDonald's, where she saw cars backing up in the drive-thru. Most of the workers were gathered in the parking lot laughing and smiling because it's a hangout.
Hell yeah, let's fuck all this other shit. We vibing, bro.
We hanging and banging now. Shit. The worker who had been at the restaurant for 5 years was sobbing. She had been swept up in the initial excitement of the walkout, but was now worried about finding a new job and paying her rent. She was terrified of losing her subsidized apartment. Let that sentence sink in real quick.
That's the kind of, and bro, this is the thing here. The kind of control these kinds of companies take over a lot of people's lives, where we'll start here. Not everybody has the opportunity nor the determination, the endurance. Without me having to spell out all the skills and adjectives, not everybody has the appropriate skills and abilities to go and be a doctor, go and be a lawyer. Not everybody has the skill set to go through the trials and tribulations to become an entrepreneur. It's like the quote that they say, that's not everybody can become a chief. You know what I'm saying? There's always a lot of Indians and very few chiefs
to become a chief.
Exactly. That's another thing too.
If all I'm asking for is a livable wage, and you looking at me like it's just impossible, but 20 minutes away is people making damn near $5 more than me, and we both work for you.
This is crazy.
This is the same franchise owner.
Very much. Like it's a spit in the face, man.
Spit, a slap, and you just called my mama ugly.
Because once again, like I was saying, not everybody is built to become an executive, all that higher up stuff, but at the same time, everyone deserves value because everyone is coming out of their way, taking time out of their lives, because before anybody retires, 70% of your time of your living is spent at your workplace. That's where you are. That's where you're making the money for you to survive. I say survive because obviously the money that everyone's making from these jobs anyway, unless you top of the upper echelon, you know, actors, entrepreneurs, all those higher up shit that I've been talking about this whole time, they making as much money as they fucking feel like. Niggas getting the mansions and all kinds of shit. Everyone here is just making enough to pay their rent, put the food in the tables, that way they can live enough to make it to the next week. So 70% of your time is spent in these workplaces. And to be in situations like this, where 70% of your time is spent in a place to where people don't want to pay you enough, they put you in situations that risk your health, that's not even worth risking your health. Freaking dealing with customers that want to treat you like shit, dealing with clients that want to treat you like shit. Their management that's supposed to be fighting for you can give a shit less because obviously they're making more than you, or you barely even see them. All of these situations culminated in what you have to deal with for most of your life, and all for the fact that you can barely pay your bills, and I'm supposed to suck it up and take it because, you know, everyone else before me and after me are doing that. No, does nobody want to say that this is not okay? And what makes it worse is you can take this shit to legislature all you want to, but those niggas is it's not living the life that you living. They're not gonna understand that. And at the end of the day, if you go shake the status quo, now they feel like their lifestyles won't get fucked up. So of course you're not 100% trying to put more money on the table for the rest of for the little guys here. It's fucked up across the board, to be honest with you. And anybody want to come and be, oh, you understand politics, all that other shit? Well, tell me something else that I want to hear then. Let me know. Tell me how you fixing this.
So basically, at the end of that day, Dustin decided to write a note for all of them and said, due to lack of pay, we all quit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, skimming this, I'm getting more angry. Now,
yeah, I'm saying, like, going through the rest of this is just going to be redundant at this point.
Very much. Basically, originally they were getting paid $8.25 originally, until the franchise owner decided to give them $1.
Oh my God.
Because of the pandemic. A few months into the pandemic, mind you. Not immediately. Just a few months in. Now, the restaurant continued to lose people throughout 2021 because Walmart was hiring $13.75 an hour. Tim Hortons was hiring at $12 an hour.
Right.
Can anyone go into work right now? They're down 6 shifts. Was a typical message getting sent, and no one responded.
As they should.
Would you?
No, the fuck no. You up me just an extra $1 for me to cover extra shifts. Now I'm covering the shifts of 3 other people. I'm damn near working 4 people's amount of work, and you still paying me only $9.25? Are you kidding? Come on.
The only thing that seemed to matter to the corporate office were the numbers, revenue, drive-through times, the weekly tally of complaints. Dustin spent 30 hours straight to prepare for the restaurant health inspection, and it passed. But the criticism from the bosses about the restaurant's cleanliness and his inability to retain employees continued unabated. Heavy turnover led to more mistakes and longer wait times for customers who took their frustration out on workers who were already feeling stigmatized by the fact that I work at fucking McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. Of course, all they saw is the numbers. You're not in the field. A lot of the people in corporate have never been to one of these restaurants ever. Or if they have and they got brought up through the ladder, all of a sudden you don't like to remember that of what this field is like for real. So now you don't want to treat it the way it's such that you should be treating it. If anything, a lot of these people that work in corporate for a lot of these restaurants, a lot of these, I guess, quote unquote, like blue collar little guy jobs, go to your stores. Make it apparent that you consistently go to these stores, whether it's you overshadow for a day, see how it works out, the good, the bad, and ugly, or whatever the case is. Or if anything, you work on the line with the workers, bro. And you see how tough this shit is for real. Then decide if you giving raises or not. Because you don't be dealing with this shit. How are you supposed to know? All you see is the fucking stat sheets that come from the restaurant you get through the fucking fax or email. And now you gonna come tell me if I'm doing my job right. Fuck out of here. Like, y'all wild.
Now, to sum up this whole story article, okay? About 6 weeks after the walkout, okay?
Right.
That's a month and a half. Dustin noticed that, he lives here. Y'all drive by this place all the time. He drove by and he saw the restaurant's marquee. Said hiring starting at $10 an hour. This is 6 weeks after you and your employees have walked out.
They open back up and say they're offering $10 an hour?
The 75-cent raise was all that he and his staff had wanted. That's all that they had been asking for. 75 cents. 75 cents, y'all. But to Dustin, it felt like a slap in the face. His former boss seemed to be sending him a message that their fight never really was about pay. It was about the status and the power, and proving to Dustin and the others that despite their modest gains and whatever changes might be taking place in the U.S. economy, they were still replaceable. Now, mind you, nobody in the walkout. Dustin does not regret the walkout. He had refused to bow down to the big, scary corporation. He had rallied his friends, and he helped them find similar work at higher pay. Dustin's lumber mill job would do for now, and maybe the meaning he had been searching for would come later. Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely am getting a whole slap in the face feeling.
100%.
We had to walk out, leave as a conglomerate, day shift and night shift, because you wouldn't give us 75 cents. And now the pay rate that I was begging you for is your starting?
Here's what's even worse. Everybody goes and picks up that shift, goes to work at that place. It doesn't say that you're not going to be working these 60 plus hours. It's not going to say that you're not going to be doing all the work that 5 people should be doing. You delegate all that to one person. The stress and all the mistreatment, all that shit does not go away. You just get paid 75 cents more an hour to deal with that bullshit. That's the issue.
Which
some of it is not even the money, man. It's not worth it, bro. $10 an hour to deal with all the shit y'all just heard about. Do y'all really think we would go back into that shit? For real. If anything, what you need to do is fix the work environment. Fix the work environment. Fix the work process of working at this place. And honestly, I think a lot of people might even accept just a little bit less to work at a place that seems to support their workers. Cause half of it, for real, I might even say 60%. 60% of it, for real, is the environment. It's the vibe. It's me coming here and feeling like I matter. And I am willing to really work to make you look good. Cause you care to work enough to make me look good too. This shit is ridiculous. Like, how much longer are you greedy motherfuckers in corporate gonna understand this shit? It's back to what I said before. You come work on the line for a day. Or a week. Honestly, let's do a week. You come work on the line for a week. And deal with the shit that they deal with.
On the day, you might just need a day. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, you know, you're gonna deal with this full week. You give me 60 hours, you come work 60 hours here. You come do this shit. Then come tell me if I'm tripping for everything that I complain to you about. You come do this. Because all you see about me is a fucking badge number on your piece of paper that you probably heard about.
And my last name, maybe.
My last name, maybe. Y'all don't know this. Y'all know the work it takes to do a lot of these things. You know, and you have the audacity to come tell me that I'm going to get a pay deduction because something that you don't understand. Bro, companies be killing me with y'all shit, bro. It don't make sense. It don't. And this is the reason why a lot of people, especially in our generation and moving forward, everybody wants to go into business for themselves because everyone knows and sees these work environments that these companies have built. And y'all want everybody to suck it up and go work for them.
Business for yourself. Another thing our generation is doing, bitch, we will happily quit a job. Happily quit one because I know I can find another one.
Because y'all wildin', man. Y'all really wildin'.
Because just as many motherfuckers that don't care, there are just as many that do. But because they do, I ain't got shit to say about them because you're doing what needs to be done.
Right. It's wild to me. The amount of BS. And a lot of people might even say that, oh, you know, the older people are there. They're doing what they have to do. They're trucking through it. Why don't you be more like them? Which I like to completely ignore is, one of them is I'm not them. But number two, what you like to ignore is the amount of trauma, stress, etc. that these older generations literally pile up and bottle up within them is insane.
Turn around and deal with because they don't know how to deal with themselves. You see how stupid you sound?
Because, and here's the crazy part about it, you want to commend them for dealing with all that bottling it up, but once that bottle cracks open and explodes, now you calling them crazy. Now you calling them wild. Now you calling them a work environment risk. And don't even give niggas severance pay. You can put in there 2 weeks without them knowing. That's the bullshit that y'all is doing. It's ridiculous to me, bro. I'm never gonna understand this shit ever. It's I can't, man. Know your value, people. Know your value and move with the mindset of just value, man. Because in these kind of work fields, these kind of industries, if you let them, they will take full advantage quickly. Take care of yourselves, man.
Because if you don't, unfortunately, not a lot of people will.
I'm saying, bro.
And that's coming from your favorite frontal cortexes. Now, said, what was the last sweet thing we're going to talk about today?
let's talk about celebrity culture. Here's why I want to talk about it, right? So, well, first and foremost, everyone here knows what I'm talking about as far as that's concerned. You know your Beyonces, you know your Jay-Z's, you know your Michael B. Jordans, etc., etc. Everyone that you see will pop up on TV or pop up on TMZ, and it's, oh my gosh, look at who it is. All of that. Shoot, even these days, you know, the Corey Kenshins, the King Batches, the Dave Storms, the big TikTokers, because I'd be lying to you if I knew any of the names of the top people on TikTok. Fucking
they are like 12, ain't they? The fuck?
I don't fucking know, bro.
No, neither. Anybody that's younger than me by like 3 years, I think you're 12.
To be honest,
I'm not going to.
Shoot, big people on IG, the DC Unflies, the 85 South shows, etc., etc. You see where I'm going with this? There's a certain culture that they all participate in, either consciously or subconsciously, that I think needs to be talked about, because a lot of people don't like to talk about it, specifically because if you're not considered a quote-unquote celebrity, this conversation is putting a mirror to you. Because a lot of the reason why celebrity culture is a thing is because of the way the audience reacts to it, to celebrities at the end of the day. That's
or
what we talking about.
People they feel are celebrities.
Exactly.
I feel like that is you know, because not everybody that y'all think is a celebrity.
This is celebrity.
This is just you know, prime example. Bitch who got pregnant by a rapper, and now all of a sudden she everywhere with that nigga, so she famous.
Nah.
I can't tell you what half these bitches known for that's famous now.
Boy. Shit.
I can't tell you what half these bitches is famous for other than getting pregnant by the right nigga.
And mind you, anybody that name drop in this conversation, this is all respectfully. But if we're gonna keep it a stack, perfect example of what Twin is talking about. Amber Rose. Let's be honest.
What she do?
What she do?
Respectfully.
What she do? Nowadays, she's doing a lot. Sure. Bravo to her. She got a platform that she probably didn't expect to get, and she capitalized on it. She's doing a lot these days. She's doing
great. And
all power to her.
Love her. But what she did?
What she do, bro? What she do?
I'm so serious. What she did?
What she do?
What she did? Tell me, please. This is an honest question. It's a question mark at the end of the statement. What she did?
And if y'all about to type date Kanye, that's the issue right there. Ooh. That's the shit. That's the shit, bro.
That's the shit, boy.
Oh, my fault. EA, motherfucker. Either way. Oh my gosh, wish it got worse. This is a part 2 to that interview, but we're not talking about that today. But which is another hour and a half. It's crazy. I don't fucking know. But back on topic. The reason I needed to talk about this is because, well, and funny part is I had this on the list that eventually we were going to talk about. But the reason why I needed to talk about it today is quick backstory. For folks who don't know about honestly, the allegation explosion that happened in summer 2020, there is a whole community that honestly suffered from top to bottom because of it. And that's the Smash Brothers community.
Yay! What a time to be alive. Or not.
People were getting allegations left and right? One of the biggest ones was Zero. For folks who don't know who Zero is, pretty much, he's honestly considered a Smash Brothers legend these days. Went on a 56 tournament winning streak in Smash 4. Unheard of, honestly, in pro gaming, period. But as we were talking about the allegation explosion of summer 2020, there are allegations of him participating in conversations with underage women, sending explicit images to underage women, etc., etc. Not even underage women, just girls. But And of course, as many have done, he fell off the face of the earth as far as the internet is concerned.
Mhm.
As well as he put out a whole twit longer, where, you know, because that's when all the twit longers really became a thing, because everybody's dropping allegations left and right. He put out a second twit longer, because of course the first one was about, hey yo, y'all wildin'. For long story short, y'all wildin', why y'all saying all this is all lies. But he put out a second twit longer saying that yes, all the allegations are true or whatever the case is. Plot twist. Today, after all of that, this is the first time he came back on the internet. He posted a video on his YouTube channel.
Jesus, what a time.
Exactly, right? It's a year and a half later, bro. And even before I even get to that video, he had a couple interviews with some people in the Smash community here and there talking about how he's doing or whatever the case is, which when he left everything, this man tried to get back into the workforce and all kinds of stuff, just tried to be a regular person.
Nah, big boy, can't do that.
Which didn't work out for him.
Too many people know your name is Face.
But pretty much came back and really tried to clear the air for the most part. That second twit longer that he dropped was essentially a suicide note at the time. I was going through it. And the way to confirm that is a couple months after that, he was hospitalized because of an attempt. Now, trigger warning for people who deal with these type of things. I know this will get real touchy. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I apologize in advance. But honestly, I think that's really the last mention of that sort of nature. But he was going through it, right? And another thing he mentions in his return video is a 2-video series that this guy Technicals made, which he dropped the second episode literally today. I watched a good bit of it before today's episode, and it's the reason why I need to talk about celebrity culture. I'll hit a little couple of Spartan notes off the top of my head. I'm not gonna go through the whole video, whatever the case is. Number one, he really went through Zero's background, right? For a lot of people who don't know, Zero is from Chile. Young kid. When he really got into the Smash scene or whatever the case is, he was like 16, between 16 and 18. I'm not completely sure. But he has a history of dealing with abuse from his parents, from when he actually went to middle school, where he allegedly, I can only say allegedly because I don't know 100%, from what he says, he got molested, unfortunately.
Terrible.
And mind you, he never finished even middle school at the time. So for a good bit, he tried to get homeschooled, which, from what he says, wasn't even homeschool. He didn't do anything. He was just at home playing games the whole time. Which I'm pretty sure is what gave him the time to get as good as he got at Smash Brothers, because shit, look at what he's accomplished. But as well as around that time when he came over to the States to compete in Smash, he stayed with, you know, some of the people in the community, because despite all the allegations, boy, is the Smash Brothers community some of the most welcoming, warm, you know, gracious people that I've seen.
Such a lot, sweetie.
Because a lot of the people in that community, when they were really just becoming, you know, some of the prominent figures in the Smash competitive scene that they are today, a lot of them on the come up were living together. Or if they're at their mom house, talk to their moms or their parents to have their you know, fellow competitors to live with them. A lot of people were hosting some of these tournaments out of their houses. All kinds of shit. When we talk about a grassroots movement that, you know, was real welcoming and a home for a lot of competitors, is that. Now, getting back on track, reason I brought up the point that he was living with some of the Smashers, they got interviewed during this video talking about all the allegations, and pretty much really talked about how, due to the fact that, and this is where I'm getting my reasoning, I think due to the fact that he didn't really finish middle school and high school, really, there was a lot of signs of him not knowing, you know, social cues, not knowing what's okay in certain areas, etc., because obviously he didn't have the social experience. All that to say, when these allegations came out in 2020, as we all seen how cancel culture does to quote unquote celebrities. All sponsorships were taken. Of course, there's all kinds of subtweets and that comments in the videos and all that kinds of stuff. So obviously it's not safe to go back to YouTube or Twitch. No, I think he was streaming on Facebook or Facebook. So when it comes to content creation, that's really it right now. After everything that I've just talked about, you can tell it obviously, and according to him as well, where he has a weak mentality. He felt like it. He's dealt with depression and anxiety, etc., before. So that suicide note dropped. He thank goodness to his girlfriend, which now wife, they're married, held him down. He tried to find another way, but however, if you're looking at the situation, you barely finished middle school, let alone high school. The only income you've had was content creation and Smash competitive, competition. What else do you have? You know what I'm saying? So when you go out in the job market, try and get a job, what do you have to offer? You know what I'm saying? Which poses the question in celebrity culture, do we allow them to be human? And I say this because there's a lot of shit that I see people hold celebrities accountable for, that I'm like, the fuck does that have to do with them? What are you talking about? Perfect example.
Well, then that be... Oh, go ahead.
No, perfect example. When everybody and their mama sees somebody who becomes, I guess, gets the celebrity status, quote unquote, from their city, and people get mad that they don't come back to the city and become a philanthropist, pretty much. Opening up schools and libraries and YMCA clubs and all kinds of boys and girls clubs, all kinds of stuff, because now they made it. And for some reason, they owe you something. Before they blew up, you didn't even know who they were. They were someone on the block. You probably walk past them every day of the week going to work, and you didn't even know who the hell they were. But now that they got money, their faces all over TV, magazines, or whatever the case is, and you hear that they come from your block. They live a literally 5-minute walk from you. All of a sudden, they owe you some and everybody else within the city. No. The fuck? What are you talking about? Would it be nice? Of course. Oh yeah, you put this up because you love your city, whatever the case is. That's amazing. More power to you. We see how much you love your community, and that's great to help your community come up. However, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe the city shit.
Don't expect it just because I'm from here.
No, not at all. What are you talking about?
Because everybody don't got that hometown pride. I can tell you right now. Who?
Because for what? Because for what, man? And then of course,
why you feel like I owe you something just because I'm from here? What you doing?
Hey, boy, people don't want to answer that question. What you doing? All power to you that you doing what you can and you live in check to check right now. But however, what that got to do with me? I did my hustle, and my hustle ended up being great for me. Bravo to me. You're not related to me at all. You come from the city that I grew up in. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. Family, we'll go. You know what? We'll get to that. But you have no relation to me. So what made you think you can come here on Twitter and talk about something? He don't put on for the city, so I don't know why y'all out here supporting this man. Yada yada yada. For what? Fuck. What are you talking about? I don't owe you anything.
What I did to you?
And then here's what makes it worse. For the celebrities that come back to the city and do what they can, you still have the group of people who's out here saying, oh, you're only doing this for the publicity. You can't win. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
To make matters worse, if it's not you only doing this for the publicity, it's what it ain't never enough.
Right. It's like I'm supposed to transform your life and make all y'all celebrities and millionaires.
That's it.
before it's enough. That's y'all be really killing me about it, bro. Y'all really kill me. And that's literally just that. Then there's the whole microscope and magnifying glass that apparently millions of people have on celebrities with every move that they make. Now, for shit like stuff that Harvey Weinstein have done, oh yeah, get him the fuck out of here. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? We don't condone that over here. And yes, you deserve to be deplatformed. However, people making slight mistakes and getting a little loose at the mouth when they're younger and not understanding what they're saying, and y'all come back here 12 years in the future trying to take their hard work from becoming a better person from them, huh? Like, what's up with y'all? Y'all get a little taste of power and now y'all just try and get anybody the fuck out of here because they did something that you may not be a fan of. Especially because it happened a long time ago. That's crazy to me. And it may sound like I'm talking about cancel culture. Unfortunately, celebrity culture and cancel culture goes hand in hand these days. Damn near synonymous. There's a lot of people, even the slightest things. And unfortunately, you queens, y'all deal with it way more than men do. But men have their own. But when the queens out here, the ladies who are in that position, deal with it like to a crazy level of detail. Like what's my girl's name? Damn, what's her name, bro? You know, little I think she just turned 18. I'm not talking about. Yes, thank you, Billie Eilish. The shit that Billie Eilish deals with on the daily these days, honestly. When she first came out with her wearing, you know, the baggy hoodies or whatever the case is, I tried to kill her for that. And she told you specifically why she did it. Is because she knows she looked good and she's not trying to be objectified by y'all. And she knows exactly what's gonna happen. She goes through working on herself and on her confidence or whatever the case is. Nowadays, she ain't worried about them hoodies. She, you know what I'm saying? She's embracing her body. We love body positivity. And y'all niggas is out here just oogling this girl.
That just turned 18. Y'all niggas some predators.
Niggas on the internet. Yeah, y'all be waiting. Look at fucking the whole situation with Bahabi.
Y'all going to the projects of hell.
That girl, what was it? I think Bahabi. Didn't she launch like a OnlyFans on her 18th birthday, whatever the case is, and made like $1 million plus?
What?
Y'all are insane. As much as I may not really care for her, she exposed all y'all niggas. Y'all disgusting. She put y'all on blast, and y'all proved it with no problem.
Y'all some nasty niggas, and I do not like your style.
Boy, that is not very Cash Money of you. That is not very Cash Money of you at all, bro.
The least Cash Money thing you could do.
Boy, y'all.
Not very Cash Money of you at all.
Yeah, man.
Nasty niggas.
Ain't nothing wrong. Be like, oh, okay, she looks pretty. You can say that.
That's a regular compliment you would give a regular person.
That's fine. Like, look at her. But y'all just be out here. Like, I know a lot of y'all, whenever she posts online, y'all don't look at her eyes or her hair. Y'all probably don't know what her hair color is.
You know what? I can't even say that because it's gonna be so many motherfuckers in the comments.
Well, fuck them. At this point.
Y'all are giving Drake, and that's all I'm gonna say. And if you know, you know.
Shit. Oh my gosh, bro. That's exactly what we talking about. That's unfortunate.
All I'm gonna say, and if you know, you know.
But man, back to the conversation with our queen celebrities. The amount of body objectification that I know y'all probably deal with. we already know that audiences are sexist. So now whenever you do anything that may be equal to what a man may complete, now it's, oh really? I guess you did that.
Nigga.
You really gotta do 10 times more than he did in order for you to get as much respect as he did, which is already crazy enough.
And then even then, it's, oh, that's cool for a girl.
For a girl. Which, man, this crazy shit.
How would you feel about that if I took your girlfriend? Then what? How would you feel about that?
That's why niggas have a problem.
Let's see how she feel about me doing it cool for a girl.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous, the microscope that people put on celebrities. And I'm like, look, if we strip it down to the basics of it, right? What do celebrities do? They're actors, actresses, musicians. You know, some people who may work in music or film and TV management. You know, some athletes. What else would we consider celebrities? I guess these days even entrepreneurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about any of these positions tells y'all that they're supposed to be the world leaders and they're supposed to be moving presidential, and I'm not saying that they should have the right to move mad crazy, I'm not saying that at all, but the kind of level that y'all hold these people up to where even the slightest misstep is apparently the biggest headline that needs to hit the next day, I find kind of crazy.
Insane.
It's kind of crazy to me. Like, I'm till this day, and I've been watching, you know, content, media, whatever the case is, my whole life, like the rest of everybody in America, to be honest. Till this day, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like the kind of things that people try to kill celebrities for. And it's unfortunate because nowadays, with the way that cancel culture is set up, some people may say one thing, next thing you know, these celebrities got half of their sponsorships and jobs that they may have lined up gone. And then the moment that you see that they're blackballed, because being blackballed in Hollywood is a thing.
Hey, look at what happened to T-Pain.
They can't get jobs. And you see them working a regular job because they did what they had to do for themselves and their family. Y'all gonna run up on these people and call and yell at them and say that you washed. The kind of control y'all be trying to have over celebrities is crazy. You would have thought people treat celebrities like they action figures. Like they some toys for you. You get to say and do whatever you want to them, and they shouldn't be able to say anything. Because you know another way that celebrities can get killed, if you try to talk to them kind of crazy and they talk back. Now you vulgar, you aggressive, you hard to work with, you're a workplace risk, etc., etc., etc. Like celebrities have to literally, I wouldn't say to be trained, but honestly, a lot of people need to be trained, especially these days, being that you can really blow up off the internet and become a celebrity that way.
So disrespectful, because I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, sometime within the next past couple days, somebody threw a bottle at Rico Nasty on stage.
Oh my gosh, bro.
She was, you know, I don't know, opening for Cardi, something like that.
Right.
And somebody threw a bottle at her. And as she should have, she jumped into the crowd. And the mixed reactions that I was getting, majority of them negative, telling her she need to maintain professionalism and all that other shit. No. Bitch, you threw a bottle at me.
There's a line.
You threw a bottle at me.
There's a line.
And if we being perfectly honest, she stood on stage and tried to look for the nigga. I'm just jumping into the crowd. I don't care. Because you just threw a bottle at me.
There's a line. Like who? Like anybody who just said that you're supposed to keep a certain level of professionalism, there's something that you're forgetting. When was it okay to just throw bottles at performers? That's okay. We accepting that. No one want to talk about that. That's supposed to be okay. The fuck? Because I promise you right now, if there's a video that blows up on the internet as we speak of a regular worker, maybe at like McDonald's or something, and you pull up with a bottle and you throw it at them, whoever threw that bottle getting killed.
Oh man.
So what? So celebrities don't count? Like celebrities they don't count as people who are working? Because if you don't know this already, when musicians go on tour and they're performing for y'all, that's work. They get paid for that. It's a service they're providing live, and they get paid for it. And I'm supposed to accept it. You throwing a bottle at me, you throwing all kinds of shit, you calling me crazy things from the seats. Whatever the case is, I'm supposed to be cool with that.
You come see me.
Right.
And you finna talk shit.
It's wild, man. It's crazy shit.
But when I say take your broke ass on somewhere, oh my god. Shut up. You can do just that. Take your broke ass on somewhere. And no, I'm not refunding your ticket money.
What the fuck am I do that for? Look, the owner, you paid to come here. I can't handle what you do when you get here. That's none of my concern.
Like
oh, exactly. Security definitely can. Security, handle my lightweight.
That's why you done got the fuck up on out of here. Look at you.
Now you gonna post a video on YouTube talking about my terrible experience with Rico Nasty.
Man.
And then y'all niggas gonna blow that video up. And try to cancel Rico.
Ain't you threw a bottle at her?
You
lucky you can type. You better relax. You better relax.
Oh man, bro. Like I don't. Like when was it the move to hold celebrities to such high regard?
Literally.
Now, I'm not saying not to give them they flowers for the work that they've done. Don't get it twisted. A lot of things that celebrities are doing these days in their work fields, whether it's, movies, TV shows, you know what I'm saying? Whether you play for the NBA, the NFL, NHL, MLB, goddamn, you run Amazon, Microsoft, whatever the case is. I'm not saying that those people do not deserve their own accolades. No, for sure. The same way, like on a smaller scale, that regular fast food workers or people who work in the industry, they get their employee of the month or employee of the year. I don't know if people do employee of the year. Either way, it's an accolade.
I believe they do.
You know what I'm saying? You get your raise. You get your
On the flip side of that, and this is my last comment on it, y'all also have to stop treating these people like you know them like that, because you don't. Y'all have got to stop doing that, because from throwing a bottle at Rico to asking Drake who invited him to a party, talking to these people like you know them like that, because you don't. And it's different if you're doing it to a random person on the street, even though that's technically what they are at that point. Because then you get into a fight with a random person on the street, or whoever that random person is decide to handle it how they want to handle it. You talk to some of these people like that, you listen. It's many celebrities out there nowadays that are not above dog walking your ass and then letting their security do the same thing.
Y'all be forgetting who y'all just made artists, bro. Y'all just made big global artists. Y'all made niggas like the Baby a celebrity. Niggas from the street.
Come on now.
Then y'all motherfuckers gonna go, oh, gasp, when that nigga actually does what he's used to doing, which is what niggas do in the street.
Listen, come on now. Y'all got mad at Kevin Gates when he kicked the bitch in the chest after he told her not to touch him. I did not feel bad for that woman.
Yeah, you don't know who Kevin Gates is, yeah? I don't know who Kevin Gates is. Recognize who y'all making celebrities. And recognize that they
feel
human.
bad for y'all when y'all talk to these people like they're crazy and then you get fucked up and then be like, oh my god, but I'm a fan. What the fuck that mean?
Don't mean shit at all. I'm not supposed
to be like, oh, I'm sorry. No. Because if we want to take it down a scale from these big ass celebrities, just like Dante and Berlin and PG be snapping all y'all asses, these people will do the same thing.
As they should. As they should, bro. And even bring it back full circle. This whole Zero's allegation situation. From what I'm seeing in that video, and all from the research that he did, because like I said, he took those 6 months since everything that happened. He took 6 months to research that whole situation. From what I'm seeing, there's no actual hardcore evidence saying that he did what he did. At the end of the day, a lot of the people that he may have been flirting with or talking to were grown women. Maybe some of the wording in some of those texts weren't good, which we all understand, including himself understands that wasn't great language to be talking about or to be talking at all, which to be honest, after everything that's happened, I think he atoned for that sin. To be honest, I think he atoned for that sin specifically, but everything else, he was talking to grown women who participated in the action as well. Maybe it was a little creepy, which is your right to say I'm not cool with it. And once again, everything that happened, I think he atoned for it. But as far as niggas try and cancel him and end his work, relax. Like, chill. Which is kind of crazy, because in the same community, for folks who paid attention, this man Nairo, another competitive Smash player, who, from what I hear, had even worse allegations. I'm assuming, because I never looked into the situation clear enough, somebody or maybe a group of people, or maybe more information came out about the situation, which I guess everyone accepted was really not him. They took this man off the ban list at tournaments, as far as Nairo's concerned. You know, all other communities have accepted him back. He started streaming on Twitch. They donated thousands and thousands of dollars to this man. But at the end of the day, it was never proven if he was guilty or innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. But however, if with no definitive answer for his situation, y'all accepted that man back into the community and helped him get back on his feet, y'all just acting like this man Zero is nothing. That's kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy to me. It's wild. As well as at the end of the day, at the end of the video that he dropped today, as his comeback video, he's taking legal action. He got a legal team. He coming after all the parties associated with it. And he said that's the last time he's talking about it publicly. His legal team taking care of it behind the scenes from here on out. All the niggas that tried to expose him, y'all getting sued for defamation of character and character assassination. Y'all playing games.
Reason to sue people.
Playing games.
Favorite reason to sue people, boy. Defamation of character. And for those of y'all who don't know, if you really want to break that down, I mean, you said something about me and I didn't like it. And I feel you said something about me, I didn't like it, and I feel like it could tarnish my reputation. Feel like it could tarnish my reputation. It ain't got to yet, but I feel like it will. Now you owe me money. So
from what I've said and what y'all know now, I think it did. I think it did. So I think he's on all the grounds to sue for defamation.
Defamation.
And from what I'm hearing, none of this shit true. Somebody gonna pay.
I'm gonna start suing motherfuckers for defamation of character. half of the Twitch platform gonna owe me money.
Oh shit.
But anywho, W Podcast.
Yeah, man, been a great episode. Great convo. I think we probably around 2 hours exactly.
We're looking at 212 and 23 and counting.
Oh damn. Then again, honestly, that's what we hover around anyway these days, which is magical.
Okay. It really is.
Pretty great, man. So, for folks who don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Twin, before we even get into the outros, we doing a little post show over on twitch.tv/Juicy Juice _, right?
And we playing The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1. Yeah,
so for everybody who's in the building here live, right after we end here, head over to twitch.tv/Juicy Juice _. I'm literally, as we're talking here, and it sounds like I'm flawlessly doing this outro, nigga, I'm multitasking. I'm typing in twitch.tv/Juicy Juice _ as we speak.
Every time I've gotten quiet during the last 15 minutes is because I'm setting up.
Okay. So
I done downloaded the game, set up my settings, turned on the subtitles, edited my Twitch title, all that. I literally just gotta plug my headset in.
So hey, if you're not over there, man, go ahead, head over there. For folks who may be watching this after the fact, if you want to be part of these post shows or post events or whatever the case is, follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cedric the Gamer, as well as twitch.tv/Juicy Juice _, and that is JUICEY Juice _
So that way I don't get sued. You feel me?
As well as join our Discords, because I think probably the next couple episodes, which I wanted to talk to you about, which is interesting, we might be starting these listening parties soon.
Yes.
Those are going to be Discord events. So we'll be doing those after the podcast. So
that's
once again,
funny because I was discussing something like that with my love earlier, right before I came in here. We was talking about people that he doesn't listen to versus people that I don't listen to, and I was like, we can do that.
So listening parties coming real soon, probably in the next episode or two. So
probably
pay attention.
More than likely, actually.
And I'll probably this episode. You can check the description down below for everyone after the fact. We'll have some Discord invite links in there if you want to join the Discords for events of that nature.
Not in and if the direct link is not below, the link is always in the link trees.
Exactly. And so, as far as I'm concerned, y'all know what it is. Look under my picture. You can follow me everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok @CED the Creator, all one word. You can follow the YouTube channels if you'd like. I believe, honestly, right after streaming this, we'll definitely have a compilation of the craziness that's going to happen during stream this, because
absolutely,
if it goes the way that I plan it on going, bro, oh man, there's going to be some moments in there. There's definitely going to be some moments in there. So definitely follow Cedric the Gamer. If you'd like to follow Cedric the Creator YouTube channel, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do over there. So if you follow it, bro, you'll be one of the first people to know what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, we got coming up. We're currently in Nintendo November, which I think is going great.
It's going fantastic.
Super Mario 64, as well as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The two games we're doing playthroughs through right now. So for my folks who be on Twitch and for my folks who are interested in gaming, twitch.tv/Cedric the Gamer, CEDRICK the Gamer. If you want to see that, tomorrow we back on Super Mario 64 over there at 1 p.m. Eastern. So come check it out. And I already know what's popping because Miss Juice over here, Twin, at 5 p.m. Eastern. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you still planning on 5, correct. 5 p.m. Eastern. She back in the kitchen doing her thing because she's a culinary extraordinaire. If you don't know already. So you best believe anybody who's in my stream, we're gonna be over there right after my stream. Period. That's how we do it. And so, as well as stream this, 25 days of streaming, back to back to back, December 1st all the way to December 25th. We're going to be streaming every single day over at twitch.tv/Cedric the Gamer. So a lot is going on my side, man. A lot is going on my side. So hit the link tree, follow everywhere so you don't miss a beat. As well as Twin, what you got going on? Let the people know.
So today, as my lovely twin just stated, we are doing the after show on my channel. That is Juicy Juice, Juicy with an E _ on twitch.tv. We are doing The Walking Dead episode 1. Why? Because we are trying to hit a goal in my community for your girl to do the hot chip challenge. But not just 1, but 2. But you know, I figured I don't stream enough. How they gonna get the points? So I'm giving y'all all the opportunities. as well as tomorrow we will be back in the kitchen for me to continue this fat ass cake order I got.
Ooh.
We will be making strawberry cake with strawberry cream cheese frosting and chocolate cake with traditional chocolate frosting. You know, just a little, just chatting with some baking. You know, nothing too crazy. As far as Nintendo November, y'all better get into it over there because we be vibing. As far as Streamless goes, you will see this face and hear this voice over there occasionally as well.
Indeed.
W collab streams coming up, as well as everything in the link tree is always available. You can follow me on Instagram, both Instagrams, Twitch, and Twitter, just to stay updated with your favorite beverage. If you want to join the fridge where we just cool out, no pun intended, join the Discord as well. That coupled with the fact that once again the cookie business is back open and we are adding a gingerbread thumbprint to the menu until February, because in my opinion Christmas ain't over until it starts getting hot outside, and I live in Atlanta, so it don't start getting hot till April. But anyway,
I bet. Good to know. I'm glad you let me know that.
I beg your okay.
Oh, you thought I was playing?
Okay.
She really be thinking I'm playing with y'all. I'll max order everything is coming once again. She thought I'm playing with her. I'm not. We support homie business here.
Tarot card reading earlier just told me to just accept whatever the hell y'all finna do at this point. It is.
Except you would have thought I'm beating her upside the head, y'all. I swear.
Because that's what I was making it seem like. That's what I was making it seem like, because I don't know how to accept. But anywho,
it's okay. Don't worry. We'll work on that. You know how we do over here.
We are here once again next week. Same time, same place, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sir. Or anytime after the podcast is posted if you want to binge, you know.
That too.
Smart asses with smart mouths, your favorite frontal cortexes, and all that jazz. Like I said before, if you want to stay updated with any and everything we're doing, mine, as well as Sed's link trees, is in the description below, as well as every link to every article we've used today. And if you would like to hashtag AskBrandCast on Twitter, we are still looking into that hashtag every week. You want to email, send an email, ask us questions, want to do a guest spot, anything like that. If you would like to be a part of the listening parties, the after shows, anything like that, make sure you stay connected with us. And once again, hit them link trees. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm cool. I will see y'all if you're live in about 10 minutes. And if not, I will see y'all tomorrow or next week back here, same time, same place.
Yes, sir. That's episode 5 of the Braincast. As he said, smart asses with smart mouths, y'all. It's been a great episode. Y'all be easy this week. Be blessed, not stressed. Don't make a mess. And we out, y'all.
It's not cold enough for you not to be wearing deodorant.
Oh, man, bro. Y'all be easy, man. Appreciate y'all. We out.